Last time on Final Fantasy 16, we helped out at Martha's Rest to prevent being overrun by the Akasha. This time, we're here in Northreach to do
I
something
saw it
similar.
with my own eyes.
As we slowly walk over to Martha's Rest. Sorry, can't do much about this. It's a little bit of a run.
I can't do it.
And there's no closer waypoint.
My lord, my lady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but
Akashic,
different.
but different?
They've taken so many.
Oh,
I've lost
okay.
count.
They're not the
Akashic,
Akashic,
but
they're the
different.
void creatures.
Ultimate Thralls.
Yeah, those ones.
And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Yeah, she haven't
We'll
heard back
look
in
for
a
that.
while. Of course we're going to prioritize helping out the Dane. What kind of a monster would we be if we didn't?
We could leave.
I
The
do-
two soldiers.
I understand why gaming-wise, but I do wish there was some background music right now. Or more background music.
Madame, please! Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days. What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your
Yeah, but
sisters,
also these are
your
just
brothers,
regular
your
soldiers
lovers.
not trained to deal with
So you have a
this.
choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered. Or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here,
Lionheart
So we have-
Legionnaire. Really?
it's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives. Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Philippe. No longer Lionhearted Legionnaire, now Philippe. When did we learn his name?
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort. But I thought you might still need some support.
How like you to consider my needs. What we need to consider is where the creatures
Jill
came from.
doesn't like the sound of
The
that.
way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air.
They probably did.
And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
That is what Ultima's minions do. Is they just pop out of the void wherever they feel like it.
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave
Thinking
that
the
to
village
us.
is probably overrun then.
My family. They're still in the capital.
It's all right.
Where are
Did
you a
see
refugee
creatures
from,
that
love?
attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
Dead.
It's all right. Just
Almost
rest
certainly
now.
dead.
At least we have an idea of where the Thralls might be now. We should head for more.
Yeah, okay. There are no waypoints anywhere over that way. It was a straight shot to the city, and the city was a dungeon.
It was all they could do to escape.
Oh, right, this place with the girl that was... the nobleman and his kid who were treating Branded as disposable playthings and saying they could die at the hands of a trained wolf. And the girl who was treating Branded as her, like, puppy. And couldn't understand why it was dead in the mill. Yeah, this place. This place can burn. I have no particular concerns about keeping this place alive.
Clive, look.
I see them. With me. Stay down.
There we go. That's better. Come on, bring it on. Boom. That's good. That feels good. Getting back into River Merlin.
Should I try?
Save your strength.
Oh. Giga Flare. Oh, goddammit. You need to die first.
Stay down.
Come on, mate. That didn't work as I was hoping. Oh well. That did. And we got more. Nice try, Lynn.
Nice try.
Yeah, I remember the timing for these guys. I just need to not be too eager about it. Yeah, that's not dealing much at all by itself, isn't it? Fresh? What the hell is fresh? Oh, it's a combo. Okay. Sweet. And you're gonna go straight back down. This isn't gonna be quick enough, is it? Nope. Okay, there we go. That's better. Hey, stop that. Stop running away. I don't know if I really should have comboed like that, but I'll just dash, 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 dash. And it worked.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
Was it really just that one fight? Surely not.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall.
How are you going to manage that?
Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Why does he keep swapping his
Hearing
name
that the
between
Dane was the
Philippe
kind
and
and only
Lionheart
man who committed
Legionnaire?
himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Keep that up and she may actually do you a favor.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems.
Definitely not.
But it has solved one. And that's one fewer than I had this morning.
Those creatures are not something regular people can deal with. But apparently that's that quest done, so... Okay. Sure. I guess we'll head straight over to Dhalmil then. If we can't deal with that one in quick order as well. Ooh, there's a lot of injuries here. Hey, Labor.
Sid. Your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
Always.
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dhalmil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with
Just
our feuding
bandits?
guild days ago.
The first
idea
one
where
was
they went?
Akasha, the second one
The
was...
desert's a big place. Your guess is as
Ultima
good
Pro.
as mine. But the fact is,
This one's just
I have more
bandits?
immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dhalmil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. Now, I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes
Just
you think
how
they'll listen to
young
us?
were you when the
What
last
makes you think they
scene?
won't?
She makes a
Maybe.
fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Oh, I feel like we'd probably potentially waste a lot of time if we have to listen to a bunch of
Suppose we just
politicians
follow the
and
shouting.
self-important people arguing.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way.
We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
Okay.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is
I'm
the
all for
bandits'
killing
ire.
the bandits,
And
but
you cannot
not mounting
fill
their
empty
heads on the
bellies
walls.
with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Something tells me that's not going to happen.
Victor.
The commons versus the
What's he doing here?
The commons versus the elite, as they like to class themselves. The rich versus the poor.
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dhalmil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness.
Where was Costness?
These
I don't think we've
accursed
been there.
spies.
How do we know
Darkness
Victor?
is enough to drive a man to madness.
Actually, I can check how we know Victor. A friend of Sid's and later Clive's who keeps an ever-attentive vigil on the company's goings in Dhalmil from his town in Costness. Was Costness where we, down located in the rugged Northreaches, thriving trade posts? I feel like that's where the
Or an
5 years
entire
later
city,
scene
for that
started.
matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dhalmil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
Well, I guess we're not gonna do this the friendly way.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
Yeah, that's for sure.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Murder them.
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients.
Don't tell me you're gonna have us
Conrad
play
nor
act.
Natalie will countenance the other's proposal. It may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town.
Yeah, but I have your
That might
badge,
prove useful.
which will get a lot of
Don't
respect.
worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Yep, you're gonna have us do some play acting.
What he means to say is yes.
Jill, what did you just get us into?
Picture it, Conrad. Your own city. Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear.
The Lady
herself.
of the Spear,
Conrad.
really?
May I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I
Now,
sent the
Jill,
commander here
you're
from
the one that
Canberra
wanted to do this.
to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dhalmil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
Well, that worked out easily, didn't it?
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
Yeah. 5 is a little bit blunt. Put it in nice terms.
Oh, I'm ruined.
You'd rather just go hit
My
things
shot.
than play politics.
If I had my pickaxe, I would... I mean, it may still be possible to buy something, and we may yet be allowed to keep it.
Yes, but...
Ah, here he is now. Naturally,
so we're playing a
allow me to
merchant.
introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying
Wow,
the city's
like
stocks of
Lord
barley,
Underhill question mark.
wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true,
I can't
fear we
play
have
along with
little
this kind
hope
of thing to save
supplementing
his
our
life.
Stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it.
God, these people are
But you
easy
needn't
to
have gone through this charade.
easy to trick. That shouldn't have worked, especially with Clive's lackluster performance.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
Right.
Not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
It appears I have no choice but
I don't
to do
know.
what little I can.
Conrad
to
seemed
defend
quite taken
what
with
little
you.
we have. But I would not see any unnecessary blood spilt. We need a plan.
Yeah, you do. But we're gonna find out what their plan is
Mummy,
next time on
I'm
Final
scared.
Fantasy 16. See you then.